got those two tracks.
Hey you guys, welcome to another video on the channel. I'm sorry I haven't been posting daily. I don't think I can do that anymore. There's just not that much good content I can edit every single day, but I'm going to try to post at least 4 to 5 times a week if I can. So today's video, we are going to be talking about the first round of the NFL draft. We're gonna go through some of the picks and we're just gonna talk about them. I'm not gonna grade anyone here, and I'm not gonna talk about the winners or losers of the round. I'm just gonna talk about how I think the pick is and like what I think it's gonna do. So the draft is a really big moment for all of these guys. So I think every single person in the first round deserved to be drafted in the first round because obviously they put in the work, and they did what they needed to do to make it. But we're gonna start off. No surprise, it's the Ohio native Joe Burrow. Um, I the thing for me is I don't think he's the best quarterback in the draft, but I think he's the best quarterback for Cincinnati because the other two, Tua and Justin Herbert, there's just a lot of mystery and risk around both of them. And when you're the Bengals and you need like the quick start, you need to be able to know that your pick is gonna do it for you from the beginning. I think it's a good pick. So I think Joe Burrow is a great pick. I think Chase Young is the best player in the draft. No argument there. If they didn't take him, I'd be sad. Jeff Okuda has so much potential, and I think putting him on the Lions is just gonna ruin his career. Like he's gonna have a few really good seasons, but then I feel like he's gonna fall off the grid. I'm hoping Jeff Okuda can turn into an elite player. I think he's a good player. We're just gonna look at all of these things, and we're gonna read a few of them. So I think I'm gonna read his. Um, the Lions take a rock-solid cornerback with excellent man-to-man cover skills. He's at his best in press coverage, but displays the footwork and movement skills to shatter from afar. Okuda's overall toughness and tackling skills will also stand out on the perimeter. So what confuses me a little bit is the Lions, they like to run a zone scheme quite a bit, like similar to the Patriots scheme because Patricia was under Belichick. So it surprises me. Like Okuda is definitely the best player for them, but I don't know if he'll work that well in their scheme because I obviously he's a rock solid man to man coverage. I think yeah. Andrew Thomas. This was a big surprise. This was a huge surprise. I thought it would be Mickey Becton or like just about. There's quite a few players I thought it might be, but I mean he's experienced obviously and like he's done the right things. I don't know. He's he's a decent run blocker and he's a pretty good pass blocker, but I don't know. I thought they would have gone Mickey Becton. Okay, Tua. Again, I actually think Herbert was a better pick for the Dolphins. And of course, there's a reaction. Let me see if I can find it. Just like the look on his face when he got drafted. I don't know. He like everyone in his family, they were so calm, but like they've been trying to get Tua for a long time though, and I guess they got their guy. He's from Hawaii, so the weather will be nice, like about the same. But I don't know. I think he's the right choice. I would have taken Herbert, but I think he'll do good things. If he didn't get injured, I think he'd get picked over Joe Burrow because he's had more good seasons than Joe Burrow. I think he has the potential to be the guy to lift the Dolphins, who last season I was super impressed with, but I don't know if he will be. He definitely has the potential. Justin Herbert, I think this was a good pick by the Chargers. Yeah, I mean they don't really have a quarterback anymore since they gave up Philip Rivers, but I mean it's not like I feel like they needed a quarterback, and this was the best quarterback left on the board, so no arguments there. But yeah, I think that's a good pick. Derek Brown, he's a good player for sure. Um, he's gonna like he's run stuffy. He's super strong and explosive. I think he's the right pick for them. I would have thought they'd have gone. I don't know, like no one talks about receiver, but I feel like they might have wanted to go with a receiver just to give Teddy Bridgewater the best chance to succeed. But I think this is a fair pick because their defense, it's really not. It's been going downhill for a bit, and now I think it could go back up. I think this is the steal of the draft. This is the guy I think the Giants should have taken. I think he is the second best player in the draft after Chase Young. He normally it's a 53-man roster. He makes it 56. He can play every single position on defense. I bet if you wanted him to, he'd go out there and he'd dominate on offense as well. He's just an athletic freak. He can play really anywhere. I think he has the potential to be the best player, one of the greatest steals. So now I'm gonna skip a bit and I'm gonna go. So these two, um, Tristan Wirfs and Mickey Becton. I think both of these are there it is. Yeah. They're good picks. I think both of them are steals for how late they came. I don't know if Ruggs was the right pick though. Like Ruggs, he's fast and he's really good at running after the catch. But I don't know if he's the right pick. I thought he would have been a second round pick, honestly. Like obviously he's been like prophesied to be a first round pick, but I feel like he should have dropped. Javon Kinlaw, it's an interesting pick. I think it's a really good pick, but I don't know. Only time will tell. Jerry Judy, I think this is the last thing the Broncos needed. I think the Broncos are one of the best teams in the NFL now, because last season their defense was top 10, and now they have Drew Lock, who's not really proven himself, but he was exceptional for the last like 6 games of the season. They also have obviously Cortland Sutton. They have Philip Lindsay, and now they have Jerry Judy. So really, their game is like four-dimensional now because they can pass it short, they can run the ball, and they now have a deep threat who's maybe one of the best deep threats in the NFL. He runs routes better than anyone else. I think he could be a wide receiver one, but I don't think he's gonna beat out Cortland Sutton. I think I'm gonna go down a bit more. So CD Lamb is, I think, a mistake in my opinion, but I don't know. It's fine. So this pick confused me. Jalen Rieger. Like I have no clue why. I don't know. Like maybe they thought it was a good idea, just like take, but because of his speed. But like they should have gotten him. Who was left on the board? Justin Jefferson was left. Brandon Ayuk. I would have thought either of those two would have been better. Like honestly, Um, so Justin Jefferson, I think it's an exceptional receiver because the Vikings did lose Diggs. I believe they still have Thielen because I haven't heard anything. So I'm guessing they still have Thielen. If they do still have Thielen, I think that's a good duo right there. So Kenneth Murray, I think that's a good pickup. Yeah, I think that's solid. Brandon Ayuk, I love this pick. He's really gonna help the Niners. I don't want to say it because I'm a Seahawks fan, but I think he'll add like a little bit of a vertical element to their offense and really I think he really turns them into one of the better offenses on the field like in the passing game. Of course the story of the draft. I feel like I think his talent's gonna get wasted because when Aaron Rodgers needs to prove himself, he proves himself, and there's no doubt about it. And the last player to get selected like this, it was Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes and Jordan Love, they share so many similar characteristics, and they're both like super strong arms, unique arm angles. I think both of them are exceptional players, but I don't think Jordan Love is gonna succeed as much just because Matt LaFleur and Andy Reid are on way different levels. A lot of people were saying this is a bad pick, especially with Patrick Queen on the board. But I think Jordan Brooks was a good pick because he really helps them stop the run. And now they have five linebackers who they can rotate in and out depending on what type of scheme they're running. Like obviously they're gonna keep Bobby in, but if KJ needs rest, then they have Ben Burke-Irvin, like Cody Barton, and they have Jordan Brooks now. And Brooks, he's a machine. Like in run stopping, I think he's a really good pick for them. Honestly, I I'm surprised by the pick. I thought they'd have gone with like Yetur Gross Matos. I don't know how to pronounce his name, or AJ Epineza, but I think this is a good pick. So of course Patrick Queen, maybe one of the best linebackers in the draft. I think he will end up as one of the best. I think the reason he dropped this far is because he's on the LSU defense, which really wasn't on the field that much thanks to Joe Burrow and the offense. So I think he's an exceptional player, but I don't know if he's gonna be the one like that's gonna really help the Ravens that much. Yeah, I'm surprised that the Chiefs took Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like, I don't know if, yeah, this is not the guy I would have taken. Especially not with, I don't know if you guys saw it, but the Ravens just took J.K. Dobbins. I would have taken J.K. Dobbins. There's a few other running backs I would have taken, but like it's up to them. So this is just my day one review of the draft. I'm gonna go more into depth on a few of these players. Comment down below who you think I should look a little more into and talk about a little more. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more NFL, NBA, really anything content. Thank you.